Hello. So it's video time again. We're looking at Trello like usual. I think we're pretty familiar with the columns that we have here. We've got our to-do items in here. I've updated my timesheet number 2 and added a timesheet number 3, so you can kind of dip and dive into that and see the detail there in your own time. I'm going to try and keep this video short. Mainly, we're looking at this tile here, design of the key pages. Like last time round, the video is quite long. We covered quite a bit of ground. We were looking at the tool. We were looking at the solutions pages, all things like that. So this time round, we're mainly looking at the support section of the site and the pricing page. So I've got some new designs to show you. So I'm going to jump over to the pricing page first. So at the moment, your pricing page looks like this, which is fine. We've got this MacBook and screenshot and this copy here and this table, which isn't really using the the space that we've got here. It's like it really should be full width. The font size or type size should be maybe a bit bigger, and this hover state kind of like is distracting. It's like a hover state, like I can't click on it, so like what it's making me feel like I can click on it. So I've just basically had a look at that. This is what it looks like. We've obviously got the pricing page highlighted. We've dropped in a new kind of abstract image with the kind of dark grey colouring that we've been going for in our other photography, our other hero images. We've got pricing guide, flexible pricing to match your needs. And then we've got our 3 plans, and this is like kind of like a very short showing the price, the name of the plan, and like who it's for, and then like try it free. Um, that might be enough for many people who maybe have looked around the site. And then we've got more of a clear like comparison table of like features and spec of each plan where it's like more readable, like going like full width to give us as much space as possible, not including the crosses that we've got in our existing table, just because I don't know, like less pixels on the screen, it's like feels cleaner and like it's quite obvious. We just don't need to put a cross in there. So that's where the table is. So we've got like the overview of the pricing. We've got the comparison table between the plans, like the names of these plans. Like we've gone small business, professional, enterprise, which is what you've currently got. Like I think that's good, and I think that's like a nice approach. But like, just because you're a small business doesn't mean you're not professional. So like, that's something like to think about. Like something that is a bit more um, open or like um, inclusive of all uh, potential customers is maybe like bronze, silver, gold, or like light, professional, and I don't know. I just think that sometimes a small business will want the professional package, so I don't want to alienate users. So it's a smaller detail, and I think we've got bigger things to like take on and like fix. But I just think the labeling of these plans is something that we can either be fun with or just be a bit more accurate. That like a small business might actually want the professional plan, and like is that confusing? So that was something that was going through my head. I don't have a solution right now, but it's just something that we can kind of ponder. So as we scroll down, I thought on the pricing page it would be nice to like see some familiar logos. Like I know these aren't actually your customers, but like if we have like some customer logos, it's kind of like reassuring in terms of other businesses that are using your product, even if they're not as recognizable as these logos here. And like talking about like big companies, small companies, maybe specific industries that you specialize in, and also like upselling like that it's not an American specific company. You deal with, we have customers all over the world basically, and I think like trying to communicate that in a way here is nice. And then we've got another section about, if somebody's very close to making a buying decision, right? Like, we want them to be able to reach out to you, talk to a human, have a question. We're always here to help. And I think like the avatars, these are just like pictures they've taken off the internet, but actually having real faces here makes the company feel more human, and just gets people to reach out for you if they're like, close to a buying position and don't really want to click buy and like fill in their details, but you can capture their details and reach out to them via email or phone. Like, I think that's kind of a decent approach. So that's maybe the first stab or the first iteration of the pricing page. And I think it's like a subtle improvement without like recreating the wheel of what you've got at the moment, just with the design fitting in with other things that we've done, in terms of the type, in terms of the color, in terms of the kind of minimal, cleaner aesthetic that we've got going. So that's that. Jumping on to the support section, again, we have got a different hero image in here. Again, somebody using a computer. We don't know exactly how we're going to handle those photos. We can use all these photos for free at the moment. That's why I've kind of lent towards these photos. They're not cheesy. They're not somebody smiling into the camera. They're just communicating that ChaseData is a product, an app, or a product that you use on a computer, right? And we're just communicating that through the image rather than anything super clever. And then, like, what's the support section about? It's about finding helpful articles, videos, and tips on how to get the most out of ChaseData. And then below that, we've got our team will help you find answers. How can we help you? And then an option to search, an option to open a support ticket, an option to request a feature or start an online chat. We've got some core contact details on the right. Nice little bit of soft stuff at the bottom. We exist for one purpose: to serve and delight our customers. So just like upselling the customer service, right? And then as we scroll down, we've got an option to like jump in to sections of the support area of the site. We've got the help center, and I'll cover that in a bit more detail as we go along. We've got the downloadable guide. So I think we've got a couple of guides on the website at the moment, which are, I think, here. And then you've got your new white paper that you've been working on. And then we've got video content, and then we've got our frequently asked questions. So that's how the like support landing page or parent page would maybe look like. Encouraging people to search, encouraging people to use these features here, core contact details here, that's what everybody is going to want if they've really got a problem, and then pushing them into these 4 areas. So like once I've clicked in to watch videos or any of these sections, like what do I see and how is that page kind of structured? So we'd probably like drop the hero because of like page weight. We want once somebody's gone into videos or gone into guides or gone into help center, like we'd probably want to drop that hero and like push content up the page and make the page load as quickly as possible. So the first few videos or first couple of videos or 1 video or 5 videos or however we decide to lay this out, is just simply like a product demo, an introduction, or our best 2 kind of product demos to give people a 1, 2, 3 minute taste of what the product is. And then below that we've got how-to videos, maybe people coming back to this page to find a video of like, how do I do this? How do I like make the most of this feature? Or somebody with more of a specific question or something that like they're looking for. Maybe like these videos at the top are more like for new users or like somebody thinking about buying, and how-to videos are more for like power users or existing customers wanting to like get the most out of your product. So that's how that page is laid out, and I think, you know, guides and help center and FAQ in terms of using the sidebar and the general layout of the page, the grid, I think that would kind of work for most things. So the guides page, like we were kind of looking at HubSpot, and they have this kind of like their guides where you fill in a form to download it. Do we want to do that? Like, we would call that kind of like gated content where they have to fill in this long bloody form to like download anything. Probably not. I don't think we should do that, but I don't really know what your opinion is, so I'd like to discuss that. But in terms of like having a page that looks a bit like this with kind of like a mocked up version of the white paper, almost as like a magazine or a book that feels kind of more downloadable, or like real, that'd be kind of cool. So I'll kind of like move on to that page and maybe mock that up. I think I've got that in here. So if I scroll down to my to-do list, I've got support section, downloadable guides. What does that page look like? So I'll mock that up. And then we've also got support section, submit a support feature request. So say if we're here and we say like open support ticket or feature request, like what do I see? Like how do we do that? And what would be really nice is like if we did a modal kind of thing and it didn't refresh the page, and it just make it feel like a bit more lightweight and a bit more speedy. So I was like thinking about going on and designing that. One question, like say if I'm like on this page and I click on Help Center, at the moment your Help Center is looking like this. So we're using some product to have our like knowledge base articles all here, which is great. I don't know exactly what product you're using. Like you might be using User Voice or Zendesk or something similar to that. But it would be great if we could kind of like integrate this more into the site so it kind of has harmony with like the navigation, the colors, the styling, and all that kind of thing. So I'd be interested to kind of learn more about how this is set up, and kind of what we can do there. So that's as far as I've got for now. I look forward to your feedback. I'll drop this all in an email so you can kind of look through the links and screenshots and maybe comment via email or on Trello or whatever works for you, and we keep things moving forward. I do want to like start like building some of these designs out, if that's me or if that's somebody else, just so that we don't do too much design work and not enough build work. We want to kind of run both at the same time, so we don't have this like backlog of all this design work and all these pages we have to build out. And then like once I've like wrapped up these two tiles, I'd really like to get into the product and into the app and think about how we should design that and try and build my understanding of how the product works and how we can make it better. All things like that. So I'll leave it there for now. I look forward to speaking to you soon. I hope you've had a good weekend, and I'll be in touch this week.